Hello, hello, y'all. This is Laurie with Laurie Resiliently Crafting. How y'all doing on this thankful Thursday? It's Thursday already. Yay. I know my husband's talking about, yay, it's my last day. His weekend starts this afternoon. So how y'all doing today? Welcome, welcome. We are in the Stand Tall Crafting group. If by chance you see this little red button right here, you caught me live. If not, just do hashtag replay. And I'll get back to you just as soon as Mr. FB lets me see my comments. He's playing hide and seeks with my comments. I don't know why, but he does. And guess what, y'all? I got my laptop up and running. Woo, woo. It just needed to be updated. Duh. You know, sometimes the most obvious things is like, why didn't I think of that? Duh. But anyway, so welcome, welcome. Again, we are in the Stand Tall Crafting group. Thank you, Krista, for having me. I love you, girl, and I kudos. I give you a big shout out because this is a lot of work, and you do it so well. You keep on track with people when they don't, especially me, when I forget to check in to say, hey, I'll be ready. You're having to say, hey, girl, hey, you know. But I did good this week. Been on the ball. And guess what, y'all? I finally have emptied my old craft room. Everything is out, and my grandson's moving in his room, in that room today as we speak. Because the room that he's in, or was in, has the carpet in it that came with the house. And it's there's only 2 rooms in the whole house that we have not removed carpet and put hardwood floors down. It was his bedroom as well as my bedroom. So we get him out of there. We're going to tear the carpet up and put the hardwood floors in. And then that's going to be a spare room for my mama. So when she comes to visit, she has her own room. And she won't have to sleep on the couch. Right? So anyway, welcome. Angie's just finishing up. And I appreciate y'all for being here. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm not seeing any comments on my phone. So let me do a flip switch here. See if we can get them to work. Well, I don't see nothing yet. Oh, there it is. Hey, Laurie. How you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. And Robin. Hey, girl. Hey. And there's beautiful Krista. You got me sprinkled out, girlfriend. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let me go up here and hit this refresh. My refresh button came back too, y'all. Hey, Nara. Hey, beautiful sister. Hey. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday already. Okay, see, all I had to do is do an update, y'all, and everything came back up like it was supposed to. But I literally lost my refresh button. It just disappeared. I was like, what in the world? I don't understand it. But then I got to think about it one night, laying in the bed. I was like, you know what? Facebook has done a bunch of updates, and you haven't updated your laptop. So that's probably what the problem is, right? And it was, you know, the obvious. Duh. The obvious. All right, y'all. I got 2 projects in the works. I'm working on another Santa because my other Santa that I made on my live in this group, within 24 hours it was sold. It was gone. Well, I had originally made it to take it to the booth because when I made one last year, it sold quickly. And I had made this one that I did not too long ago to go to the booth. Well, like I said, it got gone. So now I got to make another one, and they're having a big Christmas festivities this weekend at the place where I have my stuff at the booth. So I'm trying to get another Santa Claus done. So I've been working on that, and I've been listening to everybody. I watched Sarah and I watched Angie both, and I shared them out. I don't think I even got to comment on Angie, but I've been working on the Santa. But I was like, I can't do 2 big projects. So I'm got Santa off here to the side of me. So we're going to just do us a couple little ornaments. Y'all know I got a new grandbaby, right? And she's exactly 1 week old today. Woo, woo. And she's doing fantastic. My son was kind of concerned. They took her to the doctor Monday for her regular follow-up after they've been released for the hospital. And when she was born, she was 7 pounds, 14 ounces. When they took her to the doctor Monday, and she was born last Thursday, they took her to the doctor Monday, and she weighed in at 7 pounds exactly. She had lost 14 ounces. But the ladies at the nurses at the hospital only told them to only feed her 25 cc's, I think it was, each feeding. Well, poor baby was starving to death. Well, the doctor, when they went to see her pediatrician, he said, we don't put babies on diets. You give her as much as she wants. Well, she went to the doctor yesterday, and she's gained that ounce back, and she's grown half an inch already. So she's doing great, y'all. She's doing great, and she's so laid back, and she only cries is if she's hungry or she needs a diaper change. That's the only time she cries. I was like, she needs to cry more. She needs to get them lungs good and strong so she can holler at her brother and sister when she needs to. But she's doing really good, and thank y'all for her prayers, because she's doing fantastic, and I'm tickled. But anyway, I've got me 3 ornaments here. Of course, we just had the new baby girl, so we're going to do us a little gingerbread little girl cutout. Then we're going to do for my 4-year-old grandson, he's going to get the little boy. And then for my 10-year-old granddaughter, she's going to get the nativity scene, because she loves Jesus. And she tickled me when we may not get all 3 of them done, but I want to try to get the gingerbread done at least. She tickled me. There was a girl at her school was being really ugly to other people. Now, granted, she's only 10 years old. Hey, Loretta, how you doing, girl? We named her Emerson. Her name is Emerson, and her middle name is Jewel. And the reason for the Jewel is my daughter-in-law's daddy passed away 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, close to 3 years ago, and their last name was Jewel. And so they because they knew they were having a girl, it was kind of hard to give her any of his names, so they decided to give his last name as her middle name. So her name is Emerson Jewel, aka Emmy or EJ. I said, I'm not calling her EJ when she's little. Now, when she gets to be a teen, maybe I'll call her EJ, but she's either Emmy or Emerson. I'm just not doing the other two. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? I'm getting comments on my laptop, but I'm not getting them on my phone again. The last comment I got is Nora saying she sprinkled. So, oh. And my nose is running like crazy because I noticed the other day I started having nosebleeds again. Well, you know, the weather's cooled off, and turning the heat on at night. Well, when I've been taking my allergy medicine, because the heat's being on, it's dried my sinuses so much out that I've started having nosebleeds again on the same side, this side. And I told my husband, I said, I'm gonna have to quit taking the allergy medicine so that my nose doesn't dry out and I end up with more nosebleeds. And since I've quit taking that allergy medicine, the nosebleeds have stopped. But my nose runs all the time. So y'all, I'm sorry, I apologize, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Yes, I think it's a pretty name too. So we have a Rayleigh Rose, Gunnar Bryan, and now we have a Emerson Jewel. And all 3 of them are beautiful babies. And I told my daughter-in-law, I said, you know, it's really funny. When you give birth your babies, all my grandchildren, they all look like her when they're born. But by the time they're 3 months old, they start changing into daddy. And my first granddaughter, Rayleigh, she's the oldest. She looked just like her mama when she was born. But as she started to change, she's got blue eyes like myself and the blonde hair like myself. And my grandson, Gunnar, he's got brown eyes like his mom and daddy, and he's got the olive-colored skin. Now, Rayleigh's got the olive-colored skin as well, but she's got the blue eyes. Well, guess what Emerson did when she showed up? She's got the blue eyes, too. I said, I got a feeling she's going to look like Rayleigh. So be prepared, Mama. Mama's like, well, all I do is carry them. They don't look like me none. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, Branya, how you doing? Hey, Angie. Hey, Angie, I want to let you know I was on your live. I was watching, but for some reason, when I pull up to comment on your live, the little chat box comes up to, you know, where you have to click on the got it. Well, the got it was so low I couldn't click on it, and I had already set my phone up for the video, so I was like, well, I'll just let her know I watched. I did. But once I get done with everything, I'm going to go back and share you out some more. Okay? Just wanted you to know. Just wanted you to know. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So let's get these opened up. I got these little cutouts from T&D Creations. Miss Tina. Y'all keep her in your prayers, y'all. Her health isn't good. She's doing better, but she just still needs prayer. So they come like this, so all you have to do is pop out your pieces. Just pop them out. Sure. There we go. They just got like 3 little spots in there where they're holding on. And I don't want to break anything, so I'm trying to do this gently. I don't want to break it. So, get everybody ready for the weekend? Y'all ready for the weekend? Hey, Marilyn, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? Thank you for being here. And we still have a pretty good lineup, y'all. Because after me is Handmade with Love by Loretta, which is awesome because I haven't seen Loretta on here in a minute. And then after her at 4 Central Time is Rowena May Inspired. Then at 5 Central is Sheila's Little Treasures. At 6 Central is Your Craft Cottage by Miss Giselle. At 7 is Queen Bee Bits and Bubbles by Branya. And then to close us out, our caboose is Done by Me with Marilyn and John. And I love listening to those two and the stories she has to tell and her experiences with her crafting endeavors over the years. Because if you didn't know, Marilyn and John had like a vintage shop at one point, and I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. So we're going to take our little masking tape here, our painter's tape, so we can find the end. We're going to put them on a piece of tape, these little pieces, so I don't have to chase them around. I don't have to chase them around because they will move. They will move around on you. All right, now tape. Stick like you're supposed to. There you go. Well, don't stick if you don't want to. It don't like the whatever paper. The paper. It don't want to stick to the paper, so it'll stick to my glass mat instead. Okay. So here is our little Gingy. And look at that little sweet face. She's got a pretty face already, and I haven't done nothing to her. Hey, BFF Sue, how you doing? How you doing, sweetie? How you doing? I missed you Sunday. I missed you Sunday. I did. And now it does have these little divots where where they were holding on to the board. And I'm just gonna take my little mini sander with the finest piece of sandpaper that I have, and I'm just gonna make sure that none of these are sticking out. Because these are gonna be for my grandbabies. And I don't want them to have anything to possibly get hung up on them or whatever. So we're just taking a little sandpaper and just get these little divots off of here. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. So anybody got any big plans this weekend? I got the kits from T&D Creations. It's Tina with T&D Creations. She has a laser and she doesn't really advertise. You just have to message her and she's got some stuff, or you can go to her page and pull up her albums, and she has all the kits that she does in her albums, and you just message her and let her know which ones you want, and they're really reasonable. I think these were like $3 each, and you get the whole little setup, right? You get the whole little setup. But she hasn't been doing a lot of crafting because her health is not good. She's just not feeling good, y'all. She's just not feeling good. So if you would, keep her in your prayers. Hey, Misty, how you doing? Hey, beautiful Giselle, how you doing? Yes, I love Tina too, Krista. I do too. And I'm expecting my husband to pop in anytime. he ended up having a meeting the other day, and he chose to, it's getting close to the end of the semester, and they've done a lot of their work already. So he told them that the rest of this week they would be doing just work online, so they could do that at home, so they didn't have to come to school. So once his high schoolers leave from the college for theirs, then he can get out early, because I think he has them from 3 to 4. So he'll be home, rather than being home at 6 o'clock, he's been getting home about 4:30. So the color that I'm using for the color of my gingies is caramel candy. Caramel candy. Now, it's an old apple barrel paint. You can tell by the label, right? But that's the closest that I have to a gingerbread color. So if it's too dark, I will go back over it. We will go back over it and lighten it back up. But I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. I'm just not going to go heavy on the paint. So that, one, you can still see the cutout around it. The cutout and the engraved pieces that are in there. You can still see that. So that you won't get confused on where anything goes. You know, you can still see the face and all that stuff. So, anyway, but yeah, I got these from Tina, from T&D Creations, and I love them. I thought they were super cute, and when I seen them, I immediately thought of my grands, because that's something that I usually do every year, is try to get them a ornament for Christmas. And these, to me, are more personalized. I've already spotted a couple that they had at the Dollar General the other day, and I brought them to Mama the other day. And they got a little one that's looks like a balloon dog, but it's not. It's actual plastic in the shape of a balloon dog. Well, my grandson, he loves animals. He's all about the dogs and, you know, the cats and all that stuff. And I brought them to him. I had to go over there and do something, and of course, and get me some baby love. But when I did, I brought them to her, and as soon as Gunnar got home from school, he said, "Oh my goodness, Mimi loves me," because I got him that little balloon dog for the Christmas tree, and he tickled me. He's such a mess. He got upset the other day. His new sister was ready for a bottle, and Mama wasn't moving fast enough, so she was crying. Now, y'all, he's 4 years old. He'll be 5 in December. She was crying. Well, because she was crying and Mama was getting the bottle ready, he decided to go over. Yes, Jasmine loved the outfit, and it fits her perfect. It fits her perfect. And because she was crying and Mama wasn't getting the bottle fast enough, he walked over to her, and she was in her little seat on the couch. And Gunnar started singing to her, "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." I thought, oh, I wish you recorded that. And because he's in preschool this year, he started singing to her, "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." Well, because she was hungry, it had nothing to do with his singing. It had to do with she was hungry, right? Well, he got upset, and he came in there to Mama, and he told Mama, he said, "Sister don't like my singing. She won't stop crying." I said, oh my goodness, bless his little heart. He was upset that sister didn't like his singing. And it had nothing to do with his singing. It had to do with she was hungry. She was ready for her bottle. I said, out of the mouths of babes, right? Out of the mouths of babes. Hello, hello, Angie. I loved your little ornaments, girl. I did. I said, uh-oh, I'm doing ornaments too, but mine a little wood cut out, so it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it just melted my heart that he said, "She don't like my singing." I said, oh, poor feller. He thought he was doing something good for singing to her. She wasn't jiving with it. She wasn't jiving with it at all. It's okay. You know, it won't be long. He'd be like, "Sister's bothering me." because there's my oldest granddaughter is 10, then my grandson is 4, and then the new one. So we got one that was 6 years apart, and then the other 2 are 4 years apart. Yeah, so it's a good, pretty good gap. Hey, Kathy, how you doing, sweet friend? How you doing? Yes, it was so sweet. But I told her, I said, I wish you had gotten that, you had recorded that. I said that you just, those little precious moments just don't happen very often, you know. And she's like, I know, but by the time I thought about it, it was too late. And I was like, yeah, that's usually how it works. So usually how it works. Okay, I'm gonna keep my sponge the way it is. And I probably need to go ahead and do the edges as well, so that we don't see the burnt markings on it. So I am going to go over that real quick. Which they're not going to care. Them grandbabies are not going to care that it's got these burnt marks on the edges. They're going to think it's part of it, but I want to fix it. I want to fix it. So, anybody got any big plans this weekend? I do not. My husband actually has a whole weekend off, so we're going to be finishing up on the projects that haven't been able to work on the last couple weekends, because he's been working. So we got some stuff going on there, and I'm finally going to get my ribbons rack set up. And once I get that set up and get that big saw out of here, I can do a video of my craft space. But I don't want y'all to see, I don't want y'all to see it and it's not completed. Because I told y'all I would show y'all what it looked like, and I'm going to. But like I said, I had to wait on him to find the time, and I asked him yesterday. I said, oh, you got a whole weekend off? He said, yep. He said, and one of the first things on my agenda is go out there and cut them shelves. Because like I said, I got everything out of the craft room, the old craft room. And the only thing left in the house now is the 3 garbage bags full of ribbon that needs to go on my racks. But I can't get to them until the shelving that I've got 2 shelves that's going to go up underneath the ribbon boxes that I have that we built. And those shelves are going to go up underneath there for some more storage for it. But they're just a little bit too tall, and one of them's a metal shelf. So he's going to have to get out his grinding torch and cut it down. And the other one, he's just going to have to saw it down, because it's just... My grandson's calling. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. He knows that I'm live. I'm going to get his little butt. He don't think. I told him, I said, my live's from 3 to 4. He said, okay, Mimi. I said, I'm going back out there and work on the Santa project until I have to go live. He's like, okay. But he's probably FaceTiming me to show me what his room looks like. But youngins, teenagers, if it don't involve them, they don't think about it. If it don't involve them, they don't think. You know? So, but anyway. But he was a big help yesterday, because he said, when are we going to get all the rest of the stuff moved out of that room? I said, as soon as you decide you're going to help me. I said, because I can't, some of them boxes are too heavy for me to lift. It's not that I couldn't lift them, but I'd probably be in traction at the hospital if I tried to lift them. I said, I can't do it. I said, I need your help. I said, I could probably get them to the door, and that would be as far as I could get it. So he's like, and most of that stuff that was still in there ended up in the storage building. It didn't even come back out here. But like I said, once I get everything situated, I'm going to start making up craft boxes and stuff like that to sell, so that I can get rid of it, because it's just stuff that I'm not using. It's not stuff I'm not using. You know, plans, Misty? Well, that's not good. That's not good. Well, sometimes it can be good. Okay, so we got a little dark in some areas and not so dark in the others. So I am going to take my baby wipe and kind of go over her just a little bit. Kind of even it out some. Which my baby wipe is getting kind of dry, so I might need to pull out another one. Getting kind of dry. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, so there she is. So let's get our little buttons and our ribbon and our bow, and we'll get that done up. Of course, we're going to do a red bow. We're going to do a red bow. No, we're not doing a red bow. I'm doing red on the boy. I'm doing pink on the bows. I'm glad I realized what I was doing. I didn't need that much paint. That's okay. That's okay. Hey, Linda. How you doing, girl? How you doing? And Donna's Crafts. Hey, girl. Hey. Well, my comments on my phone finally moved. Comments on my phone finally moved, y'all. What the what, right? They probably didn't move for long, but, you know, they did. They did move. Okay, the color pink we're using is Pink Parfait. Pink Parfait. We're using the pink on the little girl. And I'm doing the pink for Mama's sake, because her room is done in the, not really pink, it's kind of a rose color pink, and I love it. But you know, Mama has that was a Mama choice, because Emerson could care less what color her room is, or what she's wearing, or any of the things. But Mama likes it, so we're gonna do what Mama likes. We're gonna do what Mama likes. Okay, I think our buttons, we're gonna go black on the buttons. I think we're gonna go the black buttons. But we're gonna do her rickrack. It's not really rickrack. We're gonna do it pink, just like the bow. Uh-oh. What is all that? Don't know. Don't know. And Tina is pretty speedy about these kits as well. It did not take long to get them at all. Even as sick as she's been, it didn't take no time when I received them. Okay, now that we got one coat on there, we're gonna go back over it and do another one just to brighten it up a little bit more. Y'all think we should do the buttons black, or should we do them pink too? Hey, Lisa Lovin, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. Do you think we should do the buttons black, or should we do them pink also? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Now my comments on my laptop have stopped, and they're working on my phone. Don't make no sense sometimes. It don't work. Sometimes it just don't make no sense. So you think we should do the buttons black, or should we do the buttons pink also? Help me, help me, help. Krista says buttons pink. Krista says buttons pink. So we're going to do it all pink, girl. We're going to do it all pink. Robin says black. Krista says pink. We got one of each. Somebody break the tie. Somebody break the tie. I need to grab a drink real quick. And again, up after me is Handmade with Love by Loretta. Y'all know she's going to have something fabulous. You just know she will. Just know she did. She made the other day a cutout of a Santa Claus from Brown Eyed Girls Crafting. And it was just the cutest Santa Claus. But instead of putting ho, 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 she turned her letters around and made it O, O, O. She said, it says ho, ho, ho. I said, no, it don't. It says O, O, O. Hey, Pat. How you doing, precious? How you doing? Okay, well, now we got two blacks and two pinks. All right, we need a tiebreaker. The next one I see is the color we're going with. The next color I see is the color we're going. Oh, Linda says pink. Linda says pink. There's our tiebreaker. And Carla says black. Hey, Carla. So we're going pink, like I said. Like I said, the next one was the color we're going with, and it was Linda Shrewsbury says pink. So we're going pink. I think that was Linda Shrewsbury. Yeah, it was Linda Shrewsbury. She said pink, so we're doing the pink. We're doing the pink thing. We're doing the pink thing. Okay, and I think it could probably use one more coat, but I want to dry it. Krista says, I'm the boss. Krista says, I'm the boss. But you didn't make the, you didn't change the tiebreaker. You'd already voted, girlfriend, so. And Kathy says black. And Christine says black. Well, let's try the pink and see if I like it. If I don't like it, then we will go black. How about that? How about that? We'll just have to see, y'all. We'll just have to see. I am going one more coat. And I am using apple barrel acrylic paints. I'm not using a chalk paint. If you used a chalk paint, you probably wouldn't have to put as many coats on. But I'm not. I'm using just the apple barrel acrylic paint. Ooh, my finger's stuck to the tape. But if you use a chalk paint, you probably would only need just one, maybe two coats. Because these little wood projects, they suck it up. They suck up the paint, y'all. They do, they do. Okay, let's dry it. And now let's see. She is absolutely wonderful, Pat. Thanks for asking. She is, she is. They were a little concerned, and I told them, I said, it's normal when they come home to lose weight. When she was born, she weighed 7 pounds, 14 ounces. They came home Saturday, and they had to do their follow-up appointment Monday. And when she went in Monday, she had lost those 14 ounces and was down at 7 pounds exactly. Well, my son and told the doctor, their pediatrician, that the nurses told them that she could only have 25 cc's per feeding. They didn't want them to go over the 25 cc's. Well, their pediatrician says, who told you that? They said, the nurses told them that. And they straightened it out doctor straightened it out real quick, like, is we do not put newborn babies on diets. You give that baby what she wants to eat, and until she's full, no, he said, we don't do that. I think I'm going to go with the black buttons, y'all. I'm not really jiving the pink. Not really jiving the pink buttons. I think I like the buttons better black. So we're going to go black on the buttons. Black on the buttons. Good call, y'all. Good call. Good call, y'all. Good call. But I am going to take this right here. I'm going to go around the edges. I am leaving the burnt edges on this. Just to give it some definition. And I'm just using the sander just to get off where it went over the edge. Went over the edge. Because we don't want it to look messy, right? We don't want it to look messy. Okay, that's better. Well, fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks. Oh, goodness. Sorry, y'all. Let's stand on my head for a minute. Had to stand on my head for a minute. Hey, Lisa, how you feeling, sweet friend? How you feeling? You tried to tell me black. I know. Good gracious. Don't holler at me, Kathy. Don't holler at me. It's okay. It's not like we don't have time. We got the time. We got the time. And I knew these things wasn't going to be much. Wasn't going to be a big project. But a lot of times I do big projects and then I don't get it finished until after the live. And my little snowman that I did on the charter plate. We got ready to have a baby, and I totally forgot about doing a picture, y'all. I was like, I mean, I didn't even come in here, so it was like, it just slipped my mind. Thank you for sprinkling, Carla. Thank you, sweet friend. You were hollering in the most loving way. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, thank you. I love y'all. Yeah, I do. Y'all just make my day better when I'm having a good day, and you make it the bestest when I'm having a bad day. But today's been a pretty good day. Today's been a pretty good day. I don't know what's going on with my system, though. I told my husband, I said, the time change has really messed with me, and it don't usually mess with me. But the last 2 nights, I'll be, you know, playing my game or whatever on my computer or my iPad, like I do every night, and usually by 10:30, I'm done. I'm ready to go to bed and lay down and go to sleep. And usually that's what happens. Well, not last night, but the night before last, I didn't get to sleep until about 2:45 in the morning. You have more time than money. Amen, sister. Me too. Me too. It was 2:45 before I got to sleep. And then my husband's alarm clock goes off at 4. And I had woke up like at 3:52. Had to run to the little girl's room. Got up and run to the potty. And next thing I know, his alarm's going off. He got up out of the bed and I said, "Good morning, babe." And he was like, "Oh," because usually I'm asleep. But I don't know what in the world. I don't know if it's this time change or change in medicines or what, but it's just been. And then last night, I decided, I laid down at 10:30, 10:45, and it was like, I laid there for an hour. And I said, "Oh, screw this. I'm not having another night like I had last night." So I went in there and took some melatonin so that I could go to sleep. What are you saying? Wait, only for me, it's been 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So needless to say, last night I said, you ain't keeping me up tonight. And I went ahead and got me some melatonin, and because my husband sometimes has a hard time going to sleep. So I went ahead and got him melatonin, but I don't take it on a regular basis. He does, but I don't. And, you know, when you're a pastor as well as a instructor, you know, you get too much on your mind, and your mind just doesn't want to rest. So he takes it quite frequently, but I do not. I don't usually have a problem sleeping. Usually I have a problem with sleeping too much, but the last couple days it's just been crazy. And then I thought, well, maybe it's my neuropathy, because, you know, that's one of the signs. Say, wait, it's every night until 1 a.m. or later, and just can't sleep. I know, Pat, it stinks. It stinks, and I'm not like that. Hey, Joyce, how you doing? Hey, Patty Millage, how you doing, beautiful? My beautiful friends. And usually I don't have a problem with sleeping. Usually my husband's like, "Dang, you gonna sleep the day away?" No. But, yeah. And I still was up at 8 o'clock with no problem. I was just like, "Oh, okay, I'm done. I'm done sleeping." Yeah. Don't get it, don't get it, don't get it. Alright, now we are going to grab us a little bitty teeny tiny brush here. And where did I put my little bitty brush? Where did I put them? They're over here. I got some of these little bitty teeny tiny brushes that Doodle Denise Design gave us in our swag bags when we had our meet and greet back in June. And I was like, I'm never going to use those. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute. Yes, you might. So we're using them. We're using them. And I think she got a pack of like 100 of them for just $5 or something. And she said she loves them. She uses them quite frequently for this little bitty stuff. She said, and they work perfect for, you know, when you're doing a stencil and then you have the cross bridges and you have to fill in them little spots where the cross bridges are at. She said they work perfect for that. I was like, oh, okay. Because at first I thought, no, I won't never use that. You know, but here I is using it. Here I is using it. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you. Did you ever say what you were feeling, how you're feeling good? You're just here. How you feeling? Have they decided when you're going to have surgery, sweet friend? Have they decided? Let me get that off of there. Have they decided when you're going to have your surgery? I know I seen a post, a flyer about them doing a benefit for you, and I didn't know nothing about it, or I would have been involved in it as well, but I didn't. Like I said, I didn't know nothing about it. Okay, so there's her little eyes, and she got lashes. She got lashes. And I'm just going to take this little bitty paintbrush and I'm just going to highlight her nose and her mouth. Sure we are. Sure we are. Come on now. The only thing is the bristles are not wanting to cooperate. It's because it's a new, or first time I'm using it, I think. We're going to have to make our mouth just a little bit thicker. Because I got a little carried away here. It's okay. It's okay. There's no perfect crafting, is there, y'all? There is no crafting that's perfect. There we go. There we go. There. Looks like she got a little mouth there now. She got a little mouth. She got a little mouth. Okay. So let's glue her together so she can be drying. And I do have to put her eyes on. But let's go ahead and glue her together. Sorry. Sorry about the noise. And I am using the Dollar Tree wood glue. The Dollar Tree wood glue. And it's okay if it shows because it will dry clear. It will dry clear. There we go. There we go. There we go. I think I got a little bit carried away on that one. I don't need quite so much. Don't need quite so much. Yes, I agree, Pat. I agree. Perfect is overrated. It sure is. It sure is. Nope, don't go that way. It goes. Yeah, but it does. I had it right from the get-go. Yes. Oh. Not yet. Injections first. Praying for some relief. Oh, yes, girl. I know. I know right what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. And I can tell you, and I know you know because you've had all this stuff done before. But a friend of mine, she's had 3 back surgeries, and this third one was the last one. She said she's not having another back surgery. She's not going to do it. She said, this is ridiculous. I'm in more pain now than I was before I had the darn surgeries. Well, they told her that to give her some relief, they're going to have to do the injections as well. And I told her, well, I told her daughter, because her daughter, when I went to the dentist the other day, her daughter is the dental hygienist. And I told her daughter to tell her mama that even though with them injections, you feel like you're doing okay, and then you're like, well, I can do this or I can do that because I'm feeling better, right? But don't. Just don't. Baby the heck out of it. And when I mean baby, And they tell you to just give it a couple of days on the heating pad and don't do too much and so on and so forth. The only way I have found with mine that works the most is if I baby it for like 4 days. If I baby it for like 4 days, it lasts. If I, you know, after 2 days, I'm like, oh, I feel good. It's all good now. And then like unload groceries out of the car or something, it just undoes everything they do. So just a word of advice from somebody that knows from experience, baby that stuff. And I mean baby it. I mean baby it. It works better, works longer, as long as you baby it. So just suck it up and sit your butt on the sofa or in a chair, in your favorite chair or whatever, with the heating pad on it, and just stay there. Just stay there. You know, you may feel like you're a bump on the log and you're like, I can't keep doing this. Well, you need to if you want it to work. If you want it, imperfectly perfect is what makes it so special. Amen, sister. Amen, sister. But I think I'm going to sign the back and date it and put Emerson's name on one and Rayleigh's name on the other and Gunner's name on his as well. That way, when they get older and they, you know, because I'm assuming Mama's going to let them have, when they move away, let them have their own Christmas ornaments. You know, and they could pick it up later on when they're older and go, yeah, my Mimi made me that when I was just a little tyke. When I was a tyke, right? And they love when Mimi makes them stuff. They do. They do, they do. So that's always precious. Okay, now I just got to do her a little eyes. Put her little dots in her eyes to give her some little highlight. Isn't she sweet? I think she's sweet. Okay, I am going to put, because the baby's got blue eyes, we're going to go with some metallic blue. And believe it or not, this is the paint that my mama had. This is the paint that my mama had. Out of all those paints that she had that wasn't no good, this one's still good. So I am going to put the blue dot in the middle of her eye. And then we're going to go back with the white highlights. I'm going to go back with the white highlight. There we go. Look at there, look at there. Let's dry that. Your third back surgery. Hey Cheryl, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here, girl. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all so very much. I do, I do. And I'm gonna start doing more now that I got my craft room. Well, like I said, I got it pretty well set up. Let's see, where do we want to put the highlight? I think we're gonna put it right here. And we're going to put it right up underneath it, the little glistening spot. That one just a little bit bigger than the other one. There we go. I am going to start, now that I got everything finally, well, once I get the ribbon right taken care of, and I got a few more things that I still, like I took all my papers, because I had, y'all, when the calendars was a big thing to use, I think I went on a calendar hoard, because I have got one of my big drawers in, well, that's not even right. One of the totes that I got from Walmart, that's all that's in that joker. I was like, girl, what were you thinking? Because I was giving them away for Happy Mail at one time, and then it went where nobody really wanted them. I was like, oh my goodness, now I got all these flipping calendars. Okay, so there's her little eyes, and her name is going to be Emmy. Her name's going to be Emmy. So there's Emmy. And we got about 17 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the little boy. We're going to do the little boy, which I didn't think I was going to get to be able to do the all three of them. It doesn't look like we're going to get finished with 2 of them, but it'll be okay. And I will post pictures once I get the third one done. because they are going to be for my grands. They are for my grands. And it's all good, right? It's all good. Dang. I guess it's whether you hit the right little spot or not. Just be careful when you pop these out, because they will. Just take the one spot that's the softest and just pop it that way, and it will pop right out. And I am going to put little ribbon on them for their hanger. And of course we will do, come on. Now, the question is, do we do him red or blue? Of course we're going to do his buttons black, y'all. We're going to do the buttons black from the get-go. So y'all tell me, should his rickrack be blue, and I would use the metallic blue, or do you think we should do red? Or do the rickrack in blue, and then his bow tie in red? So y'all tell me. I need your help, y'all. So let's go ahead and get our buttons. Let's get these buttons. It's not holding on. It's not holding on to the tape. It's wanting to hold on to the sponge. There you go. So help me. Help me. So we're going to do his bow tie in red, or we're going to do we're going to do them all in metallic. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. And we'll do what y'all say. But I made an executive order and did his buttons in black. Made an executive decision and did the buttons in black. So y'all, we're going to do him red and blue, or we're going to do him all blue? Y'all tell me. Dang it. You know, my comments ain't moving now. Y'all quit talking. Patty says blue. Okay? Anybody else? Anybody else? Thank you, Patty, for speaking up. There's nobody else wanting to speak up. I know it's a lag. It's the lag. It's the lag. Sometimes it's crazier than others. Sometimes it's crazier than some other days. Oh, okay. We're going to do it blue. Sarah says blue. Hey, Sarah. How you doing, beautiful? I did watch your live. I did. And again, up after me is Miss Loretta with Handmade with Love by Loretta. And we all know she's going to have something fabulous. She always does. She does some great work, which all my crafty friends do. Even when they think it's not very good, it's usually better than they think it is. You know, because we all are our own worst critic. We are. We mean to ourselves. Why is that? Why are we so judgmental against ourselves? You know? And we think everything's supposed to be just so, and it's not. That's what makes it fun with the crafting, because everybody's just a little bit different. You plead the fifth. You bleed the fifth. Okay, we got blue. So we're going to do blue. We're going to do blue all the way around. We're going to do blue all the way around. I like this metallic blue. I do. And I've been debating on whether I was going to get some metallics. And Mama made the decision for me when I started pulling her paints apart. And I was like, dang, she's got a metallic blue in here. But my mama's favorite color is blue. So that's probably why she had the metallic blue. Because her favorite color is blue. Ooh, look at that glisten. Look at that glisten. Ooh, look at that pretty little bow. Pretty little bow. Okay. And 1, And these are going to need 2 coats. Because like I said, these little wood projects have a tendency to suck up your paint. Just suck it up. Just suck it up. It got me, Krista, he's laughing as he doesn't see you plead the 5th. It says you bleed the 5th. You bleed the 5th? Okay, girl. Is that a 5th of liquor? Or blood? No. Not Krista. Krista wouldn't be a drinker. Yeah, she is. That's okay. It's okay. I had my heyday, I promise you. But it ended up that got where every time I drank, I broke out in handcuffs, so I just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't like the orange. The orange just isn't. And I got orange on, but it's not the same color orange. It just was not the same color orange. Just was not. Okay, let's dry these real quick. Dry 'em, dry 'em, dry 'em, dry 'em. So what's everybody having for supper tonight? I took out hamburger. We're having hamburger something. I don't know what, but we're having hamburger something. Yes, our next creator is Handmade with Love by Loretta. So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. And I'm going to keep working on this because I know I'm not finished. And we're having to add another coat on our blue to make it stand out a little bit more. Give it a little more pizzazz. We're not going to get finished, but I will. Cause I don't have a grandbaby on its way. So, you know, so I'm not running back and forth to the hospital. So I'll be able to get the pictures done like I'm supposed to. Instead of putting it off to a week later. I think I posted that picture. Did I post a picture of the snowman? I think I did. On the charger plate? I think I did. I think I did. Okay. Alright, now get off of there. So we're going to put him together. You making skillet lasagna, Sarah? Awesome. That sounds good. Which I had made spaghetti the other day. And all the spaghetti noodles got eat. But the rest of the spaghetti sauce did not. So I ended up boiling me some panini noodles. And just took what was left of the spaghetti sauce. And ended up putting it all, mixing it all together. And made me some spaghetti with panini noodles. Panini. Okay, we got the gluey fingers. Get on there. Okay, make sure it's lined up like it's supposed to. Okay. Do I deliver? Sure, Krista. You're having salmon in the air fryer and a salad. Oh my goodness. Do you deliver, Krista? Do you deliver? And I told my grandson when I made the spaghetti, I said, I have been wanting spaghetti and meatballs. And I love spaghetti and meatballs. But making meatballs is a lot of work when you make homemade meatballs. So I cheated. And I was at the Walmart buying groceries. And I was in the frozen food section. And I bought the home style meatballs for like meatball gravy type thing. I've used them before, but I wasn't real keen on them. Well, I looked down a little bit further and they had the Italian meatballs. And I was like, well, let's try that. You know, and you just brown them up a little bit and then, you know, add to your sauce or whatever. So I made that, and my gosh, my husband and my grandson both were like, Mimi, this is so good. I was like, yes, now I don't have to make meatballs no more. Hey, Mary Campbell, how you doing? Hey, Evelyn, hey, how y'all doing? So that's what my grandson and I have been eating on for lunch for the last 2 days. And we still got, you'll probably have it all weekend. Which now that he realizes it's in there, it probably won't last that long now. Because you know how teens are. They get the midnight hungry horrors and raid your refrigerator. Yeah. Yes, I have a teenager, 16-year-old living with me. He's my first, well, he's not my first. He's actually my third grandchild, but he's my first living grandchild. My first 2 grandchildren went to go be with Jesus because they showed up too early and their little lungs wasn't ready for them. Okay. So there's our little boy. Look at him. Look at that glisten. So we got to work on his eyes, but I appreciate y'all being here. I think the bow should be red. You think the bow should be red, Misty? You didn't even eat lunch yet, Krista. What? It's almost supper time. Girl. So I love y'all with all my heart, and I pray for each and every one of y'all. Let me see if it's going to work. Let's see if it's going to work. Come on. There it is. There it is. Woo, woo. And I love y'all. You love the Italian. Yep, that's what I used, and I had never used them before, and they're really good. I was like, yes, because, I mean, I love spaghetti and meatballs, but the only reason why I haven't made them is because they're a lot of work. They're a lot of work. And I know Loretta knows what I'm talking about. Loretta knows, right? What's the other ones? There we go. Let's do this one. See if it's going to work. Let's see if it's going to work. Come on. Hey, hey. Come on, FB. Where you at? There it is. No, that's just one thumb. We don't want one thumb. We want 2 thumbs. We did that one already. What's the other one, y'all? What's the other one? What's the other one? So, y'all, get ready to go see Miss Loretta because she's right up behind me. And if you're not in the group, just go look in the description and find the link. Click that link. Join the group. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, when we start the event, all you have to do is just refresh your page and just, boom, there she'll be. He or her, him, whatever, will be there. So I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. And remember, you're never alone because God loves you. Laurie loves you, but God loves you more. So y'all have a blessed afternoon. And I'll catch y'all later. See you next time. Bye for now.